Thanksgiving week is here, and for many that means spending time with family, but it can be tough when couples are separated and to work out how and where kids will spend their time. So joining us today, we have Anna Blood from Blood Law to talk about some of these issues. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
And this is so important to talk about because a lot of families struggle with this time of year. So talk to us about some of the issues you've seen arise with families when it comes to splitting time for the holidays.
Yeah, this is a big topic for us in my office and something I just talked about on one of my a podcast series that we've been discussing. So yes, custody schedules is what we're referring to. And so it really depends on what custody schedule you have. We've been telling all of our clients, make sure you check your custody schedule and make sure you're following it. So holidays, especially Thanksgiving, is a tough one because it's just one day. So some parents are splitting the day or they're rotating, which means one parent gets this year, the other parent gets next year. So just make sure you check your schedule and you're following it.
And you're talking about that schedule, and some people may be like, oh my gosh, I need to do more of that, because legally there are some issues that can arise when it comes to that custody battle and in divorce. So what do they need to make sure they have in place when it comes to the holidays?
Yeah, so either your consent order or if you've got a separation agreement, sometimes people have those. So just check what that is, because if you aren't following it, you can be held in what's called contempt of court, which is, basically violations of the order. So, just check and double check your schedule. And if you have questions, you can always reach out to our office or an attorney that you're comfortable with and make sure that there's nothing that you aren't sure about.
Right. Well, switching gears a little bit here, because this is also a season where a ton of proposals are going to be happening. So do you see a lot of uptick in people reaching out for marriage-related advice?
So we do prenuptial agreements, which is kind of where that comes into play.
Right.
So yeah, we have had, I will say, several, especially in the fall, because a lot of people get married like October, November.
Right.
So you'd be surprised. People typically come to us like right before the wedding. They're like, oh, I'm getting married on Friday. I need to do this prenup. Mm-hmm. So yes, we do a lot of those. And yeah, a lot of people just kind of get preemptive advice. So absolutely.
Well, as we get close to wrapping up here, getting back to divorce in this time of year, I mean, this can be a big challenge. So what is some advice that you give people to navigate through this season well and not run into too much conflict?
Yeah, just try to co-parent with, your ex as best as you can, which is hard. But keep your kids in mind, right? This is a special time for kids, and I'm a mom, so, just remember these are memories for your kids, and try to just be positive, which is tough. And just try to keep the conflict to a minimum, which,
do that for the kid, of course,
exactly.
And make sure that they can enjoy the holiday season. And if they want to reach out to you for advice, where can they go?
Yep. So we have offices across the Carolinas. They could call any number of our offices, or they could send a contact form, and we'll reach out to you.
And it sounds like you have a podcast that people can listen to and really get some extra advice. So make sure to reach out to that as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today. This is great advice for the season.
Thank you.